Okay, a very good morning to you all. How are we today? I hope you're all doing great. We are on a new video, as you can see, a new video and a new week. After the long bank holiday weekend, it's back to work. So, you join me on a Tuesday morning. We've been doing a little bit of running around. I'll talk to you as we're moving. Let's get the aircon off because I'm actually starting to get a bit cold in here. Right, let's just get moving first before I start talking. Right, okay, so excuse the ringing. I will turn it off in a second. That's driving me nuts already, and it's only just started. Do you know what? Ignore that. We're dropping this trailer and coming back anyway. Right, so nah, it's getting turned off. It's going to drive me potty. Sorry guys.
2 lanes closed, anti-clockwise after junction 25 for the A10. To deal with an accident involving a lorry, queues back to Waltham Abbey at junction 26.
It's going to fucking drive me nuts, man. Listen to that and just can't listen to
the traffic to remove it, so the queues.
Can't even listen to it for 2 minutes. That's how much it drives me insane, that bloody thing detector. Anyway, where was we? Right, so let's start again. Let's turn it off. That's the traffic updates. Yeah, had a great bank holiday weekend. What's going on here? Now we can't get out. So many international, continental drivers that come in here, they cause absolute chaos. They really do. We can't even park in our bays no more because it's that crazy sometimes, you know. Anyway, so yeah, we're just leaving the yard basically. We're going to be out the yard in a minute. We had a great bank holiday weekend. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend as well. I'll come on to more stuff later on during the course of this video. It is Tuesday, so you join me on a Tuesday morning. I came in this morning approximately, well, I put the card in at 5:30. I was in the yard by 5:15, started at 5:30. Couldn't start too early today because we had to take a trailer next door to the port, load a trailer for load one of my trailers for tomorrow, which is pavestone for tomorrow. The 3 drops I think it is for tomorrow. So we've done that, so we haven't got to do that today. I'm taking this empty trailer I've got on the back of me now to, where am I going? Berth 26. Just so we've got a stand trailer in there for during the week if we need it. Coming back to the yard, loading up, hooking up to another empty trailer that I've just checked, and I've got another empty in the yard to hook up to. And then, what is going on? Seriously. And then basically we're going to go to Basildon, Essex to get loaded, and we're going to Oxford for a delivery at 6 PM tonight. So it's a late one. I've got a bit of spare time on my hands, and that's what have got me running around like a headless chicken for a Tuesday morning doing them favours. I've done a trailer check and a trailer count for the office as well. Which ones are loaded, which ones aren't loaded, so they want me to do that for them as well. So I've done that as well. Yeah, so we're trying to get out the yard, but someone's blocking the... Right, I'm going for it. I'm not waiting for no one. I am going for it. I want to get out of it first before they start reversing. They stayed in the yard last night. That truck there in front was actually parked next to me. That truck was parked next to me last night, and they've only just woke up and got ready. They're continental, obviously drivers from abroad who literally pretty much work 7 days a week by the looks of it. Husband and wife looking at them. There's a lady driving there and the husband's in the passenger seat. They must take turns on taco cards. So yeah, right, we're out the yard, thank goodness. You can see where I'm based now, Uniserve, near Asda. That's where I pop into sometimes, Asda, to top up my fridge. If I need to top up anything for the week. If I'm back at the yard, that is. If I need any supplies, like milk, food and stuff. But I'm all got everything in the fridge for the week. I might show you what I've got in the fridge for this week actually, what I carry in the fridge on this video. Not every week varies really. I'll meal prep sometimes, and sometimes I won't. I'll just have jacket potatoes with you know, lightly salted butter jackets and coleslaw or tuna. Give you an idea of what sometimes I carry, what I have in the evening, which doesn't bloat me. Not too much carbs, a little bit of carbs, but it's, jacket potatoes are actually okay. They're only small ones as well, so they don't fill me up hugely. Right, so we're going berth 26. You can come with me to berth 26 in fact now. I'll leave the cameras rolling. I'll just drop this trailer. You can come with me whilst I'm dropping the trailer as well. I'll show you what I do. You know, I've shown you before on some videos, but for those that are quite new to the channel, I'll show you what we do when we uncouple the trailer. And then we'll come back here solo. So we're just dropping this trailer. Yeah, so we'll come back solo, and then we're going to find our trailer. And the trailer we're going to hook up to, now my favourite trailer for the company used to be the George Baker trailer. It's no longer, because I never see it anymore. I never get a chance. So I've got a new favourite trailer, which is a dark blue one. The doors are fantastic to use. They're just like the George Baker one, easy to operate, easy to use, and I like. It's a good trailer to pull actually. It's a fairly new one by the looks of it, but I got it washed last week or the week before, and the back of it's filthy in the back. I'm gonna have to sweep it out before I go anywhere today. It is bogging from when the last time I used it. It's not been used since. However, I'm going to sweep it out so it's clean for the day, and I'm then going to come over here and get the truck washed, get the unit washed, because my truck needs washing if I've got time, because we're only going to Oxford today and it's for a 6 PM booking, so it's not like we haven't got the time. We've got plenty of time to be playing with today. However, I would rather get to my job a little bit early this evening. Oxford is what, 3 hours away from here roughly, 3 hours or so. So yeah, we should be okay with all of that. So that's the plan of action for today. Then I've got to come, once I've done the job in Oxford tonight, I've then got to come back here. I'm not sure if I'm going to Tesco's or what, I don't know yet. I've then got to come back to Tilbury for the morning, which I'll probably not leave until the morning. I'll probably stay in Oxford tonight. Or make some progress up the M40. Maybe stay in a lay-by or somewhere. We'll see how we get on tonight. Come back to Tilbury in the morning, and then we'll be picking up my trailer I loaded this morning to go and do the 3 drops for tomorrow, which is Pavestone going to 3 builders merchants. So we're one in Essex, I think it's my first one, which is not far. We've then got Luton, I think it is, Bedfordshire, and then we've got Leighton Buzzard, which is my last one. Where we're going after that, I have no idea. I better tell the office the way they've loaded it, because there's no order in loading the trailer. I've loaded it that way because I thought that'd be the easiest way to load it. Well, there's plenty of spaces for stand trailers in there, that's for sure. Lots of spaces. Probably bump into one of our drivers in a minute, who's loading out of here this morning. Andy, who I think watches my videos, I'm not sure if he does or not, but Andy started at 2 AM this morning, and I came in at just gone 5, and he's still in the yard, and he couldn't get loaded out of here last night because they closed until 6 o'clock. So I'm not sure. There's very little stand trailers in there, that's for sure. I think Coca-Cola have pulled out of there. I've got a feeling something's going on, because it's Coca-Cola that mainly operates out of that place. So I don't know the ins and outs of it, but there's very little stand trailers you are seeing inside berth 26 these days. So, right, I'm going to right here. This is to the security. I can't record cameras in there, guys, or record going in there. So I will love you and leave you for a second. Once I get parked in a minute, I'll turn the cameras off. I can't record going in, of course, due to most obvious reasons, but I can show you me uncoupling and stuff, and show you the process of how simple it is to do that with a curtain siler, of course, and we'll go from there. So let's get ourselves booked in. I'm going to use a toilet there as well. As a toilet there I can use, which I need, and then we'll get ourselves booked in, drop this trailer, go back, get ours, and get loaded for our job this evening, and start making some progress this afternoon, which I'll then Okay, so we are in the port. We are going to leave my keys in there. I don't put them in there. Let's uncouple this trailer. So obviously I've got one hand, but I'll show you what I do when I'm uncoupling the trailer. Now, like I said, I've shown you guys this before, which is very straightforward process once you know what you're doing. But for those new drivers who do sometimes message me and ask me questions, let me just put you there whilst I put my gloves on, guys. This is for you. And like I said, I'm no expert. Every day is a learning day. However, the more you do something, the better you get at it, and the more it sticks in your brain, so to speak. As we all know that. So I've got my new gloves on here, keep my hands clean. So what I'm going to do, so put my gloves on as I normally do, is all my straps and stuff in here. The first thing I do is I walk at the back of the trailer and I will apply the park brake. That secures the trailer. The trailer can't move nowhere. Although it's connected to the unit, when I start going through the rest of the procedure, the reason why you apply the brake straight away is to secure the trailer. It can't roll off, it can't go anywhere once you uncouple, it can't roll backwards or anything like that. I then move my number plate. So I then go to the back of the trailer and I remove my plate straight away. I then walk around the trailer. This is my process of uncoupling. It's different for everybody else, but the way I do it is just easy for me, basically. I then start winding down the legs, so I'm going to do that. Backwards to uncouple, forwards to raise the legs. That's how I remember it anyway. Forwards to raise, backwards to lower. It's always, everything's alternatives in this job. So we've applied the park brake, legs are down. Legs are down, see? Oh, I nearly lost my number plate, but I'll put it there just for a second. Right, so we're now going to do the airlines. Make sure I don't forget my number plate because it's easily done. So, some just chuck them down there. I don't do that because I like to look after my airlines like this and keep them secure at all times. Whether I'm coupling or uncoupling, it doesn't matter. We're all different, but that's the way I do it. I follow my own procedure. It's easy for me. There you go. Tucked away, stored away neatly. So, brakes, legs, airlines. Don't forget your number plate. We've done that a few times. On many occasions, in fact, one of our drivers left his number plate on the back of his unit. I'm going to put that in there so it can't go lost. Left his number plate on his unit on here when he was about to release the pin. Drove off and lost his plate. So it's easily done. Don't make the same mistake we all nearly make. So, clip, release, and release the kingpin. Oh. So it's fully out. So if you're in and it's not coming right out, it's because you haven't released the clip. The clip and the kingpin's the last one we release. Now we're all good to go. So that's the procedure I go through. We can now safely, I'll say safely, uncouple the trailer and follow the rest of our procedure. So, my gloves back, lock the door, side locker, in we get. Oh, needs a bit of a clean in here. Which I am going to do later on, but I've got plans for all that sort of stuff. Got some plans. So, procedure, we've gone through the procedure of black. I always follow that procedure when I'm coupling and uncoupling. If I'm uncoupling, it's black, B-L-A-C-K. Brake, apply the brake, secure the trailer. L, lower the legs straight away once you've secured the brake. A, uncouple or disconnect the airlines, secure the airlines nicely. C, dog clip, so release dog clip, and then last thing is release the kingpin. You're then ready to basically follow out the rest of the procedure, uncouple the unit from the trailer, but don't forget your number plate. Because so many of us forget our number plates. I've done it before. I've put it on the back of the unit. I've driven off and gone, oh, hang on a second. I think I left it on the back, and jumped out. One of our drivers, as I said before, last week or the week before, forgot his, left it on there, lost it, and then realised when he got to the job he had no number plate on the back of his trailer. Wasn't pulled over. He then had to make one up. Call it's an office. It's a phone call to the office you just don't want to make. That's all I'll say. So yeah, don't lose your number plate, guys. So do what works for you. That works for me. Sometimes if I'm really tired, I've got another way of doing it, where I'll take the plate off first and store it first before I do anything else. That way I know I haven't forgotten my number plate. So that's what I do. Anyway, I'm just going to fill this paperwork in just here, tell them which bay that I'm putting the trailer on. I'll put location on here, bay 10, and then basically we're heading back solo to the yard to get our other trailer for today's work, which I have to sweep out. I'll show you how dirty that trailer is when we get back. Speak to you in a second. Hello guys, welcome back. Right, so we've just pulled into, well, we've been on break at Reading Services for the past 28 minutes. So we're going to make a move in 2 minutes. I'm trying to charge some cameras up. This camera facing me is a little bit down on the battery. There's about 35 to 40% left on that one. So I thought I'd put in, I'm going to be early today, so I thought I'd put in, I had to use the toilet anyway. Put in, have a little 30-minute break to clean my card, grab myself a coffee, and then I'll get myself on my way. So I'll be there at 3 o'clock, 3 hours early. Not ideal. Well, it is ideal, but at the same time it isn't. So yeah, we're going to be a little bit earlier than, we're going to be early, but not as early as we was going to be before, because I've had a little break. Just thought it'd be easier to clean my card now, if that makes sense. I spilt a bit of coffee in the cab down on the mat because I was silly, but it's all good in the hood, as they say. Ugh. All set off now. We'll get there for 3 o'clock-ish, and then we're all good. So roads have been a bit slow. The rain, as you can see in front of you, is quite wet today. We've got some rainy weather today. The services are very busy. Well, the HGV park isn't so bad, but the services itself is busy because everyone's going home after the bank holiday weekend. You know? So we'll get out of these services and get to our job. We're still 41 minutes away, but I just thought I'd give you an update on what's going on with me, how far we've got, and we're only 28 miles away, so it's not too bad. You can easily get out of here. Lots of caravans are parked on these bays a minute ago. There's one there still. They're having their Gregs. But yeah. But it's fine. For those that haven't stayed at Reading Services before, it's nothing special. This place is a nightmare to find parking. I think I've done a video on it before. After 5 o'clock, it's pretty much impossible to get a space or a bay. Couldn't really see him coming, he's going too quick. And he's also just got in the wrong entrance for the HGV park. Anyway, I was thinking about getting some fuel, but we're okay for fuel. I'll worry about it later. Oh, right, yeah, so let's get on. Let's get to our job. We're less than 40 minutes away to our destination. It should bring us straight into the Asda RDC that we're going to. so we should be okay. I'm not going to use Google Maps to find the address because I've got a feeling this brings me straight in. It certainly takes me to the road where I need to be on. Once I'm on the road, we'll have a little look out for the address, and hopefully we can get in 3 hours early for this delivery. If they turn me away, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, I must say. I've made a bit of a hoo-ha, shall we say, at home. I had a phone call from my wife a little while ago, over an hour ago. So I've left I haven't locked a certain door in the house, and I've taken the keys with me. She's not happy. I didn't know. Silly me. So if I can go home tonight, if I can get this tipped 3 hours early, or way before my tipping time, I will probably go home tonight. I will certainly get back to the yard tonight, that's for sure. And if I need to go home, I'll try and get myself home tonight, see the girls, and sort that issue out. My wife's not very happy with me, I must say. She's pretty annoyed at me. Hey ho. We were so busy we was clearing the garage out yesterday. We only managed to get half of it done. There's so much to do since we've moved into our new home. You know when you just move home and you just chuck everything in the garage or the loft, you know? Yeah. On this occasion, it's the garage. Loft isn't big enough. Joys of new builds. But yeah. So I'll put a little video on TikTok actually of me trying to sort the garage out yesterday. Just having a little bit of fun with it. God, only got half of it done, but it's a lot better than it was. Still a way to go. So much stuff we got to get rid of. My wife I booked her in to go to the recycling centre this morning at 11 o'clock, or she booked it, should I say. And then she's done that this morning with little un. Got rid of all the garbage. So some of it's gone, which is good. Still more to get rid of. So yeah, all good. Anyway, this weather is absolutely shocking, isn't it? Rubbish weather today. But to be honest with you, on a more serious note, it's been so hot recently. Having a bit of rain today isn't that bad after all, is it, really, when you think about it? It's actually quite cool, you know, having a bit of rain. So it makes a change to a bit of rain, because my windows, although I polished the windows and the mirrors this morning, the main windscreen needed a good wash, and since it's been raining, it's cleaned it completely. So in that respect, it's a good thing. Sometimes when you've had 2-3 weeks of sunshine, which we've had, haven't we? Like 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, whatever it's been, maybe a month actually, of good weather, you just get a downpour out of nowhere in this country, don't you, in the UK? So it's quite nice to have a bit of a downpour. I'm not complaining. So hey ho. Right, where are we now? We've just come off our Reading services. We're on the M4 heading towards South Wales, as you can see in front of you now on the sign. We're going towards Newbury, I think is where we're heading towards. Then we're up the A34, which brings us pretty much into our destination, where we need to be for our delivery today. I was looking at the paper, it says requested time 1800. Excuse me. The requested time is going to be 3 o'clock as it stands. In fact, 10 to 3 the way it's going. We're doing good for time. We managed to get around, so basically normally I'd stay on the M25 and link onto the M4 via the M25 after Heathrow that way. However, today from the M3 junction turn off all the way down to the M4 turn off, the next 1, 2 or 3 junctions down past Heathrow, it was completely red on my sat nav. There was major issues, major delays on that. I'm not sure what happened, so we've diverted slightly down the M3 and up across Bracknell, and linked onto the M4, which we're on now. Before we went into the services, obviously had a break. Now we're back on the M4, so that's a nice little diversion for those that haven't used it before. You probably know where I mean. Bracknell, something like that. You go through past Epsom. No, not Epsom. Is it Ascot? Epsom, whatever you call it. That sort of way. The race course. So yeah, diverted around that way basically, and it's actually done good. It saved us a bit of time. It kept us away from the chaos on the M25. Although we are going to have to probably go back that way today, so we'll see how we do. I always like to try and stay away from Enfield, Potters Bar, Watford, linking onto the M1, that sort of part of the M25. I was trying to stay away from North Side, which leads onto the North Circular inside London, because it's just an absolute nightmare everywhere you go round there, you know. South Mims services, just crazy. I try and stay away from it. This side, or this side, the south side of the M25 tends to move a lot better, but it just depends on where you are on a day and what happens. You can never predict the M25. You're always juggling to get around it, if that makes sense, you know. But we're doing good for time to get to our destination. We're going to be super early, but it is what it is. If they turn me away, then at least we're there. We'll leave site. We'll go look for a lay-by or somewhere on the industrial estate where we can just park and just sit tight for a couple of hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and maybe do some editing or do some reading or do some social media. Reply to a few messages that I've had from you guys, possibly on Facebook, Instagram. I've got a few messages waiting for me I haven't responded to yet, so I need to do that. So yeah, and we'll give us a chance to charge up the cameras as well, won't it? Especially this one facing me, because it's got not long left on the battery. Yeah, as you can see, the M4 is very quiet, guys, very quiet. So I'm not going to keep waffling on for too long. So the next time you see me is as we're approaching our destination in 30 minutes time. We're 22 miles out. So I'll come back to you probably in about 25 minutes, 5 minutes before we get to Asda. Hello? Hello? Right. The machine has told me I'm too early. However, it says contact the intercom, an operator. So I've done that, no one's answering, but they've opened the gate for me. That means they've let me in. It's always a good sign. The question is, if I go to the office to book in, are they going to say, driver, you're too early, come back in 3 hours? Supplier, right, goods in, supplier vehicles, dispatch. I am, right, as they're down there, we are down here. Supplier vehicles, this way. Hello guys, welcome back. Guess what? We got tipped. So, I'm actually on a lay-by just literally down the road from Asda where we just tipped. They were brilliant. 10 off. Ooh, I'm so happy. Well, I wouldn't say like really, really happy, but I'm happy that we got tipped early because it's now 20 past 4. We're already off site. We're on our way back to the yard. We got tipped. which was great. Let's make sure you're okay there. I've had to charge the cameras up, give it a bit of time, because the battery obviously died on the way in, as you can see, and as you was watching the front camera, battery died on that one as well, as we was sort of in sight. If you could hear me on the front camera, of course, we did have a bit of a issue trying to get in. Hang on a second, let me just get out here first. It's a very busy lay-by. Very busy road. Unless that van comes across, I'm not going to be able to get out. Not yet, no. Very difficult to get out of this one. No. He's going too quick. He's not going to come across. He's not going to come across. Need to wait for a clear run here because there's so many cars that are not moving over. I might get a clear run here. No, he's not going to move over. That car's not moving over for me either. Read the road, people. Read the road. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get out of this lay-by. It's extremely busy. A very busy A34. Got to wait for my window opportunity, they say. That's what you call it. But I don't want to just pull out and push people over. When the other lane's busy, it's very difficult to just push your way out. Alright, there's a lorry coming up now. Will he let me out? No, I'm going to wait. He couldn't move over, unfortunately, but I'm coming out. Is he going to go? Is he going to come across? Is he going to come across? Read the road, you bloody sod. I had to force myself out there. That container driver did come across in the end, but you've got to force yourself out sometimes because no one moves across for you. Anyway, but I was safe. Yeah, they were great. I got in there, as you saw, before the front camera died. I got in there, went and parked up on the holding area. It was quite busy, and the bays were busy, the ambient bays. I got in there. The guy said to me, "You're lucky." Oh, why? Because after 2 o'clock, before 2 o'clock, they will never let you in early. The early shift. But the late shift, which is us, we always let you in early after 2 o'clock. We've got no issues. He said the early shift, even if you just had one pallet and you was booked in at 6 o'clock, they'd never let you in. So I was very lucky that he said, right, bay 59, under the canopy, both sides open. He said, what type of pallets you got? The plastic ones, or have you got the actual big pallets, the wood ones? I said the wood ones. He goes, brilliant. Anyway, I got under the canopy. I started opening the curtains and realised I had blue plastic pallets. I was like, oh no, they might not tip me here now. I thought, right, I'll open the curtains anyway, and hopefully, just hopefully, they'll still take them off. Well, luckily enough, they did. They still took them off, which was brilliant. And he just gave me a little buzzing thing. He said, once you're tipped, park back on the bays, wait for your buzzer to go, green or red, buzz red. It'll flash to let you know when to come back in and collect your paperwork. That means we've checked it all off and stuff like that. And I went back in about 20 minutes after, had my lunch, had a bite to eat whilst I was waiting, got myself in, and that was me done. So it's now 24 minutes past 4. We're on our way back to the yard to collect our other load for tomorrow, which is already loaded. So I've already strapped that trailer and it's all ready to rock and roll for, pothole, ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. So yeah, 3 drops I've got tomorrow on the other trailer, and that's me tomorrow. Now I will probably record that tomorrow on a separate video. I've just eaten, let my food settle down. But I'll record it on a separate video. I won't record it on this same video, purely because it's really going to be a very long video for you guys to sort of watch, and you probably don't mind. I know a lot of you know, you do like to watch the long videos, but some of them can be a bit tedious. So I'll keep it a bit shorter. And do a separate video hopefully for that one tomorrow. So yeah, we've done pretty good today. We never had to wait around till 6 p.m. to be tipped, which was brilliant. I'm so happy about that. We managed to get off site 2 hours early. I was on site for about an hour, and we got away at a good time. So it's worked out all right in the end. It really has. So we're tipped 2 hours early. We're on our way back to the yard. ETA back to the yard will be in about 2 hours and 30 minutes. We're literally 100 miles away to be precise. And back at the yard before 7 p.m. So there is a bit of traffic on the M25, but there's not much we can do about that. We're going the best way round we can. Dartford Tunnel looks quite busy this afternoon. I'm not sure the reasons why it is so busy. However, who knows what the reasons are behind that? Who knows? We'll find out when we get there. Excuse my hand. But we'll see. So yeah, am I going to go home tonight? I don't know now. 7 o'clock back at the yard. I won't get home till probably 8 o'clock, before 8 o'clock. Or if I get a good run home. About 7:30, 25 to 8, 20 to 8 at the very latest if I get a clear run. It does take me about 40 minutes to get home, but we'll see how we do for time. We'll see how we get on. It might not even be worth it tonight, but we'll see. We shall see. But it's still raining, but it's quite warm. It's very muggy. So yeah, that's that for today. So I won't drag this video out too much longer. I really want to put my LED light on, guys, to light the cab up a little bit. It's nice and cozy when you've got your light on, but it's not blinking working. I want to get a new one sorted, and the new one I'm looking at, you will love it. You literally will love it. You really will like it, I promise you. If it's the one I want to get, but if it's going to cost too much, I'm not going to bother, because it is a pretty impressive one, I'm not going to lie. Quite, it's very windy today, extremely windy today. We've got some traffic up ahead. Yeah, we have. It is so windy today. We've been driving today 4 hours 28. We've got a good 3 hours 22 to get back, no problem. 2.5 hours on the sat nav. Whether we get a clear run back, probably not. We're going to have traffic. I know we are in different stages of getting to the M25 especially, so we'll see how we do. But yeah, we're doing good. It's been not a bad day for a first day back at work. Not been bad actually. If they held me there till 6 o'clock tonight, yeah, I wouldn't have even got back to the yard tonight, because my working time directive would have run out. It would have been touch and go. It would have been a late finish tonight. I don't really want to be finishing too late. I mean, 7 o'clock is not too bad. I can deal with that. You know, that means I'm on that'll be definitely a 15-hour day once I'm back at the yard. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I'm not, like I said, not going to drag this out too much longer. A nice short one today, simple one. Come on in, go. No, he's not going to come out. He's changed his mind. He had momentum there, but he changed his mind. Excuse me. My goodness, it is so windy. Really, really windy today. I'm being thrown side to side here. 2 hands on the steering wheel at all times. Mirrors. Mirrors at all times. Cruise control, 53. I'm going to turn it off a little bit. Go back into manual because he's heavy in front of me. That's why he's taking a while to get up the hill. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm just going to sit behind him because there's no way I'll get across. So this, I mean, bit of POV for you really, as I'm driving. As you're driving, obviously keeping my distance from the other HGV in front of me, you can tell he's pretty heavy because he's doing less than 30 up this hill, this incline. I'm light, so I can easily cruise up this if I want to. But you can tell he's heavy because of the speed he's doing. It's been quite a chilled, relaxed day today, I must say. That's why I like it. You know, I don't feel massively tired after today. Obviously, I did start a little bit later than normal because I needed to spread over tonight, but
What the interchange that is.
it's not bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. It wasn't the most exciting job yet, or video, but I want to bring you with me to see if we can get it off early today. Could we get the actual Asda job off early? We did. 3 hours, we got on site 3 hours early before we was actually due to be booked in. Happy days. So it'd be a case of go back, switch trailers, drop this one, switch over for tomorrow morning, just get my unit underneath for tomorrow. I can worry about the rest of it tomorrow morning. But I will hook up properly because I don't want to wake up tomorrow, come in to work if I do decide to go home tonight, and forget that I've not coupled up properly. You can easily do that. So yeah. Ooh. There's my first yawn. Oh my goodness. I've got a sore throat all of a sudden. What a groggy day it is today, eh? So yeah, if it's the first time you come to this video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, of course. It does help the channel grow. I know a lot of you really enjoy the videos, so please keep watching. Your support is much appreciated, as I always say. Comment below what you think of the video. What's your experience of Asda? Have they turned you away before for being too early? Today's a good day for me. So I'm not complaining. So we're just about to come onto the M4 at Cheveley. So like I said, have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing for the rest of the week. I will get another video out this week. This video probably won't go live until Tuesday evening. Wednesday evening is what I try and aim for. But if I can get it out earlier, I'll get it out earlier for you. This will be going live when you watch it at 6 PM Wednesday at the very latest. But I should be able to get it on Tuesday. So if you're watching it, it could be a Tuesday. As you watch this video, very latest it'll be Wednesday, midweek. Have a great one. Stay safe on the roads. Look after yourselves. And I'll see you on the next exciting video. I wonder where we're going to go next. How long's a piece of string? Speak to you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.